Sorry if I break rules or something, I just want to vent. This year has been crazy. I, 36M, made several mistakes, I get that. I'm aware I have abandonment issues which I didn't work on beforehand. Several red flags I chose to ignore. Bit of background, I moved from my hometown after a childhood of foster care and family trauma. I moved families over 64 times in 7-ish years. I moved up country to be in close contact to my last foster family, and I'm so grateful for them. I've lived in West Midlands, UK for about 15 years. I was still unsettled for all that time and found it difficult to make friends. I tried dating and had a very small friend circle. I didn't really date. I was anxious and a mess, so it wasn't ever past drinks. I got social anxiety, depression, then COVID hit. During COVID, I got put on some antidepressants and literally prayed to find someone to save me. June 2021, I thought I found her, now F29, on Bumble. Opening line was about having a breakdown. We met up and we got on like something I never felt. We kissed in the rain on the first date, and she ended up coming round to dry her clothes. She was here every day. Red flag. She had a child, 7, who wasn't under her care. Also red flag, ignored. She wasn't working, as she had recently moved to town and waiting for a DBS check. Red flags again ignored. I wasn't ready to date, but I didn't know it. She had been put on the tenancy of my 1-bed flat in August. Money was tight. She also had a lot of debt. Red flag. But I also had some debt too. She also had a kitten that was missing and presumed dead, turned up 2 days after she officially moved in. We made things work. She got the job, but kept feeling like calling in sick. I persuaded her to start going so we can get debts down and get a bigger place. We didn't go out much due to contrasting work hours. I'm 8:30, 18:30 4 weekdays. She is 7:45, 19:45 3 days a week, plus college 2 days a week, and her son every other weekend. Then, in the following spring, I lost my job. My foster granddad died. I got back up and stabilized myself quickly, paid off my debt as I got 3 months' pay to leave, found my dream job quickly. My working hours changed to 8:30, 1700, 5 days a week, so I lost a day to do things like grocery shopping. I struggled to adapt at my new job. It was a bit of a big step up. As we needed a car and a bigger place, I didn't want her to not enjoy some life, and she went out with some girlfriends a few times. My anxiety was on high alert throughout because things were falling apart. No job, deaths, her child and ex drama, her parent drama, her not showing up at work, trying to move to a bigger house. She didn't help out around the house. She paid towards bills, but I paid for food as child maintenance payments took a bit out her paycheck. She ended up having 2 drunk discussions with me about not being able to go out together. We were living in a cost of living crisis, and I'm managing the money so she can afford a £50-month gym membership with swimming pool, and we can eat nice food at home. And we can take her son out places when we have him. And Christmas, I paid for most of it. I got codependent. I became anxiously avoidant. I had nowhere to breathe. I worked, I came home, I cooked. I ruminated over how she doesn't help out with any household jobs I asked her to. Flag. We gave up the cat. Leasehold rules, no pets. I felt bad. Then she started to hang out with a guy from college, M19, in autumn. He came round mine. We all went to see fireworks. Around this time, she started going gym and turning off her location. Her parents were very critical of her behaviors towards her son, not wanting to be in his life as much, etc. Flag, and kept asking about her whereabouts. He had a car, so it was easier for her to see her son, and I felt that was the most important thing to her, so I repaid the kindness by inviting him to stuff. Christmas, we wanted a quiet one for us. I paid for everything. I told her I can't spend money until April. She understood. She stopped talking the M19, he had some breakdowns, and was found to be spiking both her and her friends' drinks. Around February, we agreed she can fly home to see some friends in Poland. She wanted to hide it from her parents, Flag, as she wasn't going for her son. She met a hefty childhood friend, and I asked her to behave, as I was naturally anxious, and she got annoyed. She came back all happy, and we planned the next steps. One of us drives, and then the bigger flat. As she had the kid, we agreed for her to. I had a root canal and spent a lot of savings on that. Driving lessons continued. One day, she lost her AirPods. Find My showed them near a block of flats. I had a look around but couldn't find them. I asked if she was in the flats, maybe to see a friend. No, I believed her. Then, in May, I have a week off for her birthday. For 2 years, every holiday had issues. A death, Christmas, illness, losing my job. There was always something. I told her I needed to rest, then the week we will get things back on track. Dates, days out, we wasn't going to be able to move. I started to look at flights to Milan. One day before her birthday, May, she comes home after drinking and has the talk. She moves out that week. I hide at my foster parents'. She said she was going to live with the old landlord she lived with before me. Then there was some cracks. She kept in contact and sent pics, but they wasn't of the landlord's flat. She came round surprisingly fast one day for a talk. She pinned her leaving all on me not meeting her needs, and I told her I'd improve. I became trauma bonded. I couldn't stop texting her, asking her to come back. Around July, she came round, we slept together, and we agreed she can move back. The morning, I go on my walk and I see her holding hands with another man, M50, but her told her he's 35. She sees me and clings to his arm. I confronted her. It's her driving instructor. Over the following few weeks, it unravels. She moved in with him right away, the place the AirPods were. I reasoned and almost begged. She agreed a few times to move back, but it just didn't happen. She took paid sick leave from work and told me it was because she explained the situation. With the summer holidays coming up, she said she was going away for a week with the son and booked a flight to Rome. In Rome, 4 a.m. UK time, I get calls from her, begging to help her come back to me. She's called her friends to try borrow money for flights. I said no. She's crying and all over the place. Her nan died. She had told work she needed time off for a family death, and then one actually happened. She puts me on loudspeaker as she's crying, and I hear him, both clearly drunk. He's calling her baby and saying about marriage, and I just tell her to eat toast, drink water, and sleep. He hears me. He knows it's me. He yelling, "You're still speaking to him? The boring one who never takes you out? The one you've cheated on 7 times?" She flies home, drops off her son, and flies to Poland. She tells her parents she's going to move back with me. They don't know about him. She sends me naughty videos and sext. I FaceTime the family. She comes home and she moves back in, 27th Aug, but she starts to get panicking, waking up at 4:30 a.m. I'm telling her to block his number, just move on. She didn't. Flag. She met with him. This happens up to 31st August. But the 30th, we had an honesty day. She cheated on me with M19 whilst doing drugs. She cheated on me with Polish friend. She cheated on me with the driving instructor, and he actually proposed to her, and she said yes in Rome. That evening we go for a walk and then to a pub, and he also turns up. She gives him back the ring. My nervous system goes mental. I tell her if she goes sees him, she can just leave. They end up meeting the next morning. She tells me she's going to do that. He said he's going to get them a bigger flat and a dog. Flag. She left the second time, 31st Aug. I'm already in therapy as soon as May, as I know I wouldn't cope, but it just got insane. I followed through with the promise to sort my life out. Therapy, gym, healthy eating, giving up medical cannabis, and I'm off my antidepressants already. I didn't take them whilst she had moved back in, and I was like, that was the worst part, as I was already working off them. ChatGPT has helped me reflect. That prayer for someone to save me sort of came true. I want to fix myself now. I want that sort of happy relationship, but with someone who loves me. I still miss her and broke an NC a few times. She told me she had an abortion, which was 17 weeks, so she would have been pregnant at the time of the split. I was too tired, ill, and the antidepressants killed my sex drive a bit. She's even came round last week, still defending him, still wearing the ring, telling me she still loves me and is looking at moving away from him, and would I accept her back if she turned up to my door with a puppy? She can't afford a car, a flat, and a puppy. I text her later saying I'm done with her lies. She rings later that day, asking to come see me. He's doing a lesson, obviously. I say no. She sent a few further texts and emails, but when I've told her to not contact me a few days later, she's forgotten, so she's probably drunk texting me or drunk emailing me. I miss having somebody here, but it's not her, and it tears me apart. I saw her a few days ago walking home past mine. She smiled and waved. I didn't react. I wish she didn't do those things. She could have made things work. I even miss her lying texts about how things could have been or how much she misses me. But it's the trauma bond speaking, not me. And I'm probably going to cry a bit tonight. Thank you for letting me rant. This has been my TED Talk. Edit. Just before she visited me a few weeks ago, I had the week off on leave. I also found out my real granddad died via LinkedIn. She's also cheated on the AP with me a few times. She seems to have blocked me now.